I'm ready now.
Okay, you gonna do the introduction?
I just don't know. remind you that the wrestlers can be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope. One member of the team needs to be thrown over the top rope to eliminate the team. Things don't look good for Ooga Booga. This match hadn't even started.
Wrestling fans, we got started here, and I'm joined here by J.R. Jackson.
Hello, my brother.
Reverend J.R., one thing I have noticed, Ooga Booga came out by himself. What's going on here?
Well, yeah, no, we had a misunderstanding, and he won't return my phone calls. He won't return my texts. He won't return anything. So, you know, Brother Tom, you know that the Reverend has always been good to Ooga Booga. But the thing of it is, I will admit, I have to be paid more than just wababas. All I've been getting is chicken wings. So I have to go on. I have to make some money because the ministry does not live on chicken wings alone.
JR, there were some accusations that you were taking bigger cuts out of Ooga's payoffs at the matches. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, no, that the Reverend J.R. Jackson always says that we don't lie, we don't cheat. We might steal every once in a while, but you know that I love the Ooga and that I would never, ever do anything to mistreat my Ooga Booga.
We got a hot crowd here tonight.
Well, I just came out to watch this Mayfest and just to see what was going on, and of course to watch Ooga baby slap a few people around like Ooga can.
A lot of action to call here, JR.
Well,
Is that Bunker there in the corner?
You know, I'm not for sure. There's a lot of new faces.
Okay, there we got a team eliminated. Is that Rocky? Rocky's gone, so they're going to have to get his partner out of there. in some ways, Ooga Booga at an advantage in that he does not have a partner, but he's also got no allies.
Well, you know, that little shortcake over there, Gato, shouldn't be in there to begin with. You can't see the man to begin with because he's only 2'3" tall.
Impressed by Gato's new flashy ring gear. Gato is in deceptively quick. He's got himself against that wrestling superhero, JR.
Well, the superhero is gonna get a little whooping right now because there's the Ooga.
That Wrestling Ranger has got Ooga Booga against the corner.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he better have super strength
By
to
my
take
count,
care of Ooga.
By my count, we're down to 3 teams. Ooga representing himself. Wrestling Prodigy still in there. Well, some young men there, JR.
Yes, I've seen, like I said, there's a lot of new faces.
These guys, if they get started this young, they've got a promising career ahead of them, but it may end shortly if that Ooga Booga gets back around on them.
It won't just end. It will never start again.
Okay, referee JD saying that the Prodigy is still in the ring, not eliminated.
Well, I guess so. He has to go over the top rope.
And there goes the Wrestling Ranger.
Now, is that Ooga's new partner?
So I was wondering.
Ooga, I won't be his partner for long.
Well,
I know how that feels.
Suga's not much of a tag team specialist, is he, JR?
No, Ooga is a man on his own. Ooga can only be tamed by one person. And without me, you're going to see a difference in Ooga Booga.
JR, is there any chance you can patch that up with him?
Well, if the man won't call me...
Oh, out go the Wrestling Prodigies.
If the man won't call me, there's not much I can do.
Okay, the team of Gato Sabaje has won the Tag Team Battle Royal and will be entered in the Tag Team Championship Tournament. Let's give them a round of applause.
This is the list the tag team tournament is.
The next one?
No, this is just the list itself. And then this is the list.
Okay, where's the next match?
The next match.
Big Rob?
Yeah, Big Rob. But it's going to be right here. But this is the correct one.
Watch out, JR.
Okay, we saw some action there, folks. We got some more tag team action coming up. This tag team match will also guarantee the victors a spot in the tag team tournament.
JR, this is my first time taking a look at the Black Scorpion. Very artistic wrestler. Seems to like to pose.
This is the first time that I've got to see him. His name is the Black Scorpion.
Yes.
More like the Pink Dream Baby. But
in the tradition of exotic Adrian Street,
yes,
perhaps. Adrian Street was one of the toughest wrestlers. So you wonder if maybe this Black Scorpion could have some hidden strengths, some hidden ability, and maybe this more of a flamboyant presentation could be a bit of a mind game for them.
Absolutely. But I mean, this is, I'm sorry, I know these other three, Big Rob and Xavier and Prime, but this is like putting Tinkerbell in with the Marine Corps.
Well, we'll see. It's interesting analysis there by JR. It's going to be, we're going to have to wait to see the Black Scorpion, or JR calls him the Pink Scorpion. We're going to have to wait. But Xavier
call him
Maxim
more than that, but
I'm going to hold my judgment, JR. We're going to wait to see how this match unfolds.
Well, I mean, the man's got me interested. I'm curious.
So far, Xavier Maxim, boy, nicely working that headlock to gain an early advantage on Big Rob. And a 1 count. Big Rob, in his rookie year, I believe, still JR. He did a nice job of countering it out of that, trying to create a pinfall situation of its own. And now he's standing up, facing off with Xavier Maxim, and that Big Prime wants to have his shot at it. What do you think about that early tag?
That frequent tags, that's a good tag team right there. Keep a fresh man in. Because Big Rob, if he doesn't start doing the same thing, then he's going to wear himself down. And with Prime and Maximus, tagging in and out all the time, that's going to wear him down. And he needs his partner to get in there and show us what he's got, for one thing.
Boy, Prime just throws off Big Rob. Big Rob's a tough man, a big man, but not as big as Prime. Prime doesn't think he's as tough as either. What a combination, JR, of strength and speed that they have, this team of the Titans.
Absolutely. I like I said, I know all three of these gentlemen. And, my ministry has had to deal with them. And I will give them credit. They are tough men, especially Prime. And Mr. Maximus over here is just, fist and fury. He is lightning when he wants to be.
Big Rob with a clean break. Then he's going to try to get the better of this exchange by keeping Prime tried to kip up, then got down. He managed to get Rob in a Boston Crab.
That's a good move. That's not a cheating move. That is a good move. If you're close to the ropes, grab it, baby.
Yeah, I almost thought, JR he went for a kip up. I've never seen a man as big. Oh, here we are. Wait no longer, fans. The Black Scorpion has entered the ring. These nice pink tights that JR was talking about. Locks up.
I have to say one thing. He looks like a very, agile man. Maybe more agile than he should be.
I tell you, very impressed there with that move, the fireman's carry. Takedown, now a headlock on the Black Scorpion. I think Prime has really shown some scientific wrestling. And I wonder if that's part of the training that he and Xavier Maxim have done, is just to brush up some on their amateur wrestling.
That might be. And, of course, my world heavyweight champion for the NRLL to get bundles is very, wrestle thinking. He's not just strength, even though he's got the body. He is a thinking kind of man, and that's the way you have to be in this business.
Now, I talked to you, JR, about the scientific maneuvers of Prime, but that's just pure power. Bullying him down with a shoulder tackle. He's been in control ever since. Now a big suplex. This has draped him over the rope. Black Scorpion's got to be careful because if he falls backwards, he's not too far away from that ring rail. Referee, I think, doing a good job, JR, of getting this match back into the ring.
Well, you will give the referee credit.
Hang on, that could be it. DDT. Okay, that's not it for the Black Scorpion. I thought maybe we had seen an early end to the appearance of the Black Scorpion.
Well, if nothing else, this kid at least showed me that he's got the fortitude to take a beating. But now can he come back from that beating and do some
There's
moves?
some acrobatics. Hasn't really been an offense at all. Now he's flipped Xavier Maxim. He just used that leverage of his arm. That's the first sign of offense. And boy, he's happy with himself, the Black Scorpion, isn't he? He's gonna quit while he's ahead, JR.
Well, I would too. One move, hey.
Okay. Now we're gonna see Big Rob and Xavier Maxim. This match goes back to the point where it started. So far, how do you score it so far, JR? Do you think anybody has the advantage at this stage?
If I had to score it, I have to say, even though I don't want to, that right now it's been probably about 99% Maximus and Prime.
Yes, shades of Mr. Wrestling too with that big knee lift. We got a good crowd here tonight, JR. They're coming in and see fans filing in, ready to see some wrestling action, highlighted by that NRLL tag team picture.
Have you been reading my books? That's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, my goodness. Big Rob able to knock Xavier Maxim off that rope, and his legs just stretched, almost split the man in half. Big Rob going up for a superplex.
How he did not get hurt, I don't know, to be honest, because that looked very uncomfortable.
Maxim does not want to go. He's not going easy. Down goes Rob. Maxim comes off. Big double axe handle to the back of Big Rob.
Well, I'm going to tell you, these gentlemen can fight. They are tough as nails, and I will give them credit for that. May not like them, but I will respect them.
Shades of the spoiler. We see Xavier Maxim just walking across the ropes. He flies and he knocks Big Rob, knocks his arm, working on that body part, JR. Let's see if Prime comes in and works that body part too.
This is what they need to do. They need to grab a body part. They need to stay on it. They need to make quick tags.
If that Prime comes off a couple more times like that, they might tear that arm clean off.
This is where they need to work on that arm.
Rob's back. You hear that crowd?
Now that's a great move by Big Rob. Work on that leg. They were going to work on a body part. Now he needs to work on that body part. He needs to stay on it. He needs to make a tag.
It's a half Boston Crab. He looks like he's wrenched that leg. I think Prime may be about to give up.
I know I would be. That's a smart move on Prime's part. I mean, Big Rob's part.
You know what? One thing that may have happened, he may have happened across a pre-existing injury, JR. Yeah,
well,
by the way that Prime was screaming, maybe he has scouted himself. There is a Somersault. It's got him over. There's a 2 count. Think that count may have been a little fast, JR?
No, well, I think all their counts are fast because there's not very many referees that I have respect for. You know that I used to be a referee, and you know that I was the best. Now see, this is something I would be, if I was in their corner, I would be telling the man to go ahead and go back to that leg, not the head. Work on that one body part. Wear that sucker down. Tear that sucker off if you have
As I was
to.
saying, it looked like that ankle or that leg of Prime was in bad shape. Big clothesline. Boy, that just spills out that black scorpion right there on the floor.
See, that leg is hurt. He may not tell you, but he's telegraphing that right now. So what they need to do is get back in there, grab that leg, stay on that leg.
I can't tell if it may be an ankle situation, or do you think it's a knee?
Well, he's grabbing around the knee, so I'm thinking it may be that.
Now, we certainly hope it is not an ACL or a major structural tear.
See, these young men are great wrestlers. I will give them credit, but they need to go and study the art of wrestling. And what they need to do is go back years and years ago to the most famous tag team of all, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Anderson brothers. Because
Did I tell you the time I met Ole Anderson?
really,
Couldn't have been more of a jerk.
well, I love him then.
I was doing some video work for him, and he was insulted all of us pretty good. Insulted the camera guy. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Pretty rotten human being. A great wrestler, but a pretty rotten human being.
I'm sure that you had it coming to you, Brother Tom. No offense.
You may be right.
But yes, I mean, look what the Minnesota Wrecking Crew did. Look what Arn Anderson
Big
and
Rob with
Coley
the tag.
Blanchard did.
You were right. Big Rob with the big tag. Look at Prime. It's so slow getting into the ring. Big Rob is able to get there and intercept him. You know, really a lot of heart shown by Prime taking that tag from Maxim.
There again, there you go. See, he needs to work on that leg, which he's doing.
Now maybe the associate of, maybe take a page out of the cousin of the Andersons, Ric Flair, maybe work in. I think a figure 4 might finish him off.
Yes.
Or some kind of leg maneuver, a sharpshooter, a figure 4.
I mean, the thing of it is the man, you see yourself, the man can hardly stand on that leg. Yeah, work on that sucker. Jerk it off, beat him in the head with it if you have to.
And that hold by Big Rob is both working his ankle and his knee. I don't think Maxim can hold. Now the Black Scorpion, do you think he knows any kind of Scorpion deathlock?
Well, I'm not for sure what this boy might know.
Oh, and he's super kicked by Maxim.
I think that's
Maxim ducks under, Maxim super kicks Big Rob.
I think that's the only thing he knows is pain. I've only seen one good move out of
Referee
it.
letting him go. Oh, Prime finishes him.
All right, there you go.
All right, JR, let's go call this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the Titans,
Xavier Maxim and Prime. We'll see if we can get some medical attention. Let's try to get a word. Try to get a Scorpion. Scorpion. Trying to get a word with these guys. Big Rob gave it a fight there at the end. Talk us through the last moments of that match. Scorpion, this is two of our first time seeing you. Want to talk about the last moments of one at the end of the match, and then I want to ask you about your partner.
Well, you see, Big Rob is more result. Well, I had a number. They thought they had him down. They thought they were going to stop me. They thought they were going to stop the Titans. But 2 kicks and a big bang. It was done. 1, 2, 3.
Ryan, clear your favorite. He's had a knee injury. Ron, you fought your way into that match several times after your knee was clearly very hurt. You kept coming back in, maybe tags that you take it. You have a point where you maybe thought maybe it'd be better to just cap out or let this match go?
This is where NRL tag team goes. Don't tap it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another match coming up. Let's give it up for the Titans. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a wrestler coming out in just a moment. I want to just warn you fans, don't put your arm out too far in there because he's been known to fight people sometimes. I want to warn the people down at the concession stand, watch out, don't hold the food too close there because we have this other team coming up in another qualifying match. Is our DJ ready? I would like to introduce the first 2 wrestlers in this next match, another tag team match. Let's give it up for Gato. Let's give it up for Gato Sabahe. But first, we're going to hear from Big Bite and Chicano Power.
JR, did you catch that little bit of dissension in that tag team?
Well, yes, I did. And I'll be honest with you, I can see where it would be. This man right here, Chicano Powers, is a man of great stature. Yes, he lost his match He lost his mask. But I'm going to tell you what.
So 2-on-1 so far now. A big bite. Let's see if now JR, maybe there's this bonding can occur. You put two guys against another team, maybe some of this natural competition will force a bond between these two.
I don't see no bonding, because if I had been Power's partner, I wouldn't have just stood there.
Big kick there by California Joey Eads. Vega Ortiz now in there.
I mean, Bite is a good wrestler, but he's not the caliber of a Powers.
Now, I have to say this, JR. I know obviously this isn't your, being an experienced manager, this isn't your primary thing, but is there a more popular wrestler than Big Bite? And he seems to feed off of the enthusiasm of this crowd.
The only one that I can think of right off is, and I hate saying this name because, you know, the ministry's had a lot of trouble with this little pissant, and his name is Boss Hog. I've never seen anybody go crazy over one person like they do. And who in the world calls their child Boss Hog?
There, Big Bite stepping in to protect his partner from California, Joey Eads. I think there is a bond being formed. You know, JR, have you ever seen the tag team come together that really had some natural disagreements to start with?
Oh, yes. I mean, I've seen several, and, you know, because finally one of them or both of them have finally got something knocked in their head where they've realized that if they're not going to click together, then they're never going to become a tag team that they could be.
Big suplex there by Vega. He's going to try to get over to California Joey Eads. Big Bite encouraging his partner. You know, I think if Big Bite ever makes a speech, JR, he'll never need a teleprompter.
No.
He's a man of many words, but all of the words bear a certain similarity.
Yes, one word, I believe.
Test of strength. Vega Ortiz kicked. Smacks him, just a little love tap there on the chest. Now that arm drag, and you see the way that arm bent back. Chicano Power always wanted to gain a psychological advantage over his opponent. It's not averse to slapping a guy or chopping a guy, getting under his skin. Always available to do a quick burst of offense when he needs one. Now he's insulting Eads, baiting him. DDT to Ortiz. Ortiz has got to get up. He's got Eads in the corner.
Well, I think it is a great move, and I'll tell you why. It's psychological. You upset your opponent enough, he can't think.
Oh, there's a tag. Eads in. Big Bite's in that match. Handshake, okay. Let's see what kind of... Well, maybe that's smart for Eads because it's going to be maybe reduce the chance that he'll get bit by Big Bite if he makes friends with him first. Big Bite will bite any part of the body. There's a 5 count that he likes to utilize. Of course, you stick your hand in there with Big Bite, that could go the other way too, JR.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You know, I tried to talk to this man one time to get him to come to the Reverend and the ministry. And all I could get is
Big Bite slings. Look at that arm drag. That is the most quick, acrobatic, powerful arm drag I've seen in a long time, JR.
This man is more stronger than you think. Yes, he's slender, but he is.
Oh, no, he did not. Eads went in for another handshake, but he's going to now trade chops with Big Bite. Low kick. DDT by Eads. Going in there, and again, that some of the dissension seems to have gone away. Chicano power. Big neck breaker, Chicano power. Now he's going to make that break. Just rakes the back. JR, what do you think possessed Chicano power and Big Bite to form this tag team? Just sort of the need of getting thrown together because they were sort of the odd one left out of the dance?
I have no idea. This is like vinegar and water. I mean, it just doesn't
Hey,
mix.
oh my goodness!
See,
Chicano,
that's what I'm talking about.
referee Big J pushing back Big Bite. I think, we have to be careful about putting your hands on a referee, but I think that goes both ways. As a referee, you shouldn't always put your hands on
the referee was only doing what he needed to do.
Big Bite drop kicks Eads right in the face. He may have a mouthful of chiclets there. Now, again, there is dissension now. Referee not enforcing this tag rule. It's letting a double team stand. Vega Ortiz doesn't seem eager to get in at this point. It's almost like this thing could turn into every man for himself as quickly as you know. Big Bite now and Chicano power working together. Wait a minute, Chicano standing there. Big Bite drop. Eads falls down. He's near his corner, but not there. Too close there as Vega Ortiz alertly reached out, broke up that pinfall.
See, I would have pulled the man, or my men would have pulled the man into the middle of the ring, not tried to pin him right there.
Is that part of what your managerial experience is? Are you able to get messages like that in during the match?
Absolutely. Plus, we talk about such things before the match, after the match.
So that's really an advantage of having a manager in a tag team situation.
When you got the Reverend J.R. Jackson, that's all you need.
Oh, Big Bite flies. Flying body press, got him down. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Chicano Power wanted that pin for himself. Well,
I knew this was not going to work. I told you, water and vinegar.
Well, you know what they did is they just let Vega have enough time to rest. And he was pretty well depleted of energy, but now he's completely back. Why did he stop, JR?
Why are you going to stop when your opponent tells you to? That's when you're going to go after him even more.
All right, referee again. I think he wants to get one of these teams on through to the tournament, so he's not, not enforcing a disqualification here.
That is a good referee.
Letting things go. Vega moves. Big Bite in control. Chicano Power trying to have a word with the ref, but he just dropped. Maybe one strategy for Big Bite might be to a Big Bite roll Chicano over so he doesn't have to watch his back. The best thing for this team, JR, may be for Big Bite just to have Chicano Power out of the way so he can make that pin without being pulled off of him. What's Chicano doing now? Oh, Chicano taken out. Very shrewd. Now there's a tag. Did the ref see that?
Now, there we go again. Yeah, I have to be on the same page.
It's a 3 count. Ladies and gentlemen,
The winner of the match, they advance. Big Mike and Chicago Power. We have security. Ring the bell, ring the bell. All right, fans, we apologize. This is not a sanctioned match. We're trying to get a word with Highland Power Big Mike, the winners of the match. I don't have information about how they're going to continue on in the tag team tournament. Hey, Chicago Power. Okay, it looked like we lost me. It looked like there was some animosity fighting before the match started. But there was also some very good teamwork that took place between you and Big Mike. You qualified through. You won. You qualified through. What's your plan as far as you were going back, teaming up, and getting back into the tournament? Is that even a possibility?
If he gets his head on straight and listen to what I say, maybe we can go all the way to the tournament. Fight! 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 Listen to me! Fight! This ain't over.
Hey, guys, I just want to remind you, Mike, this is your tag team partner. You have qualified through for the tournament. Will you continue this?
We got set.
Enemy! Fight! Championship! You have another word to come.
Fight! Fight! And ain't just one title. It's a tag team title. So this, what we got going on, we got to put it aside.
Big Mike. Big Mike had 3 words. I don't know if you caught it, Dan. He said enemy, fight, and championship, from what I heard. If I'm getting that right, Big Mike and Chicano Power are going to continue on in the tag team tournament. But for you all, I want to invite you to come over. Guys, do you have any concessions left? Concessions left? Okay, we're going to take about a 15-minute break. I want you to go on. We got raffle tickets for that big dinner. Where's that dinner at again? TJ Trips is some delicious dinner. So get your raffle tickets. Get over and get some snacks now. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. I don't know how Big Mike and Chicano Power are going to get that matched up again. We got more action to come. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I got the mic turned off. Okay, so now, how many more matches?
I think
Are they doing the whole tournament tonight?
first qualifying, I guess. Yeah,
That's done.
that's right. Next one is got
Now they're taking on later. So Huckabee versus the Cuban. What's that? LeBron Cozone?
yeah, LeBron Cozone.
Will Huckabee.
Yep.
And that's AIWF. Then Gato and Pegasus.
Yep.
Pegasus Black
Yep.
versus Angel.
Archangels.
Oh, the Archangels.
Yeah.
The Archangels.
Yeah, let's go with Archangels.
And then the Crew versus the Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, it was painful. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Bite's around here somewhere. He'll let you hold it. Bite down there.
I was trying to ask him, but I was like, he was right here. I was on the other side.
Oh, walk over there. He'll let you hold it.
No, I mean like, when they were fighting.
Oh, wow.
But no one told me that he was listening with it, so I was like, oh. Like, I'd rather hold it instead of like getting it dirty. Because they keep putting them to the bed.
That was bad. I like that. Really? How did I miss that? Look at that. Holy shit. Yeah, I like Ray. I've met him several times.
I think 3 more.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, sounds good.
That's what got me into wrestling. Oh my gosh.
He's what? big fight. Yeah.
He's seeing you, brother.
You know, he shows up in his mask. He shows up in his mask and he's like that.
Yeah, that's just badass. I like
That's
that.
all I've experienced. He's made his way to the concession stand. Okay, be careful if you're at that concession stand. I see Big Bite's made his way over there. Bite. Folks, try to get in that line before Big Bite eats up everything.
I need a better song with this. I know they own songs that I can dance to.
Hey, got ready to start it back up? Or what do you think, about 5 more minutes?
Let me move. That's badass deal.
What? It was amazing, though.
So it looks like there's 3 more. 3 more and then the main event.
3 more than the main?
Yeah. So it's not one of those regional shows that you ever done those?
Yeah.
They're over at like 1 a.m. and like you're still calling magic.
No, I ain't done that.
That's smart though that if you get too many guys on the card, you just put a battle royal together.
Yeah, that's all you do. There it takes us 20 minutes at least. Knock out some of the guys. Huh?
Someone wants to take a picture with Big Bite. But he's over there eating those.
Don't mess with Bite while he's eating. Bite. He might bite.
Start back up in a minute.
I hope so.
Guess I'm gonna get it going. You doing the next match, JD?
Okay, band. We've got a special treat for you. This is a special AIWF championship match right here. We're going to have two wrestlers representing the AIWF. So I want you now to welcome to the ring, Will Huckabee. You have to say the folks here correct, sir. You honored to be celebrating your defending your championship?
First of all, when I'm out here, you don't talk. You hold the microphone. You let me talk. First of all, if there are any parents here who has these rambunctious, bad little children, can you please come and corral these little hoodlums, future convicts, drug addicts, drug dealers, drug abusers, especially that one right there. Those are cool, doesn't it? I heard they play football. I bet you they haven't won a game yet. Now, for all you horrible, ugly people, especially that gentleman right there, and her son, you should all be grateful that I'm here in the building. Because unlike any of your college teams, unlike Greensboro, Tech, and every other horrible college here, I'm an actual winner. Unlike your horrible high school teams. What was that? Really? I'm still with you.
All right. Well, fans, I want to let you know about his challenger, and the championship will be on the line. His challenger tonight is LeBron Kozo.
Be short and simple. Huckabee, I'm gonna help you cut that bacon off your belly tonight. Hey, you get body shape. Hey, you get body shape. I'm gonna take that out too. I'm ready. How about you?
LeBron Kozo, everybody.
Hey, you make sure you check that.
Huckabee had some harsh words there for the crowd, not making any friends in the Warnersville Rec Center. See our referee JD holding up the title. That title will be on the line. LeBron Cozone came with one thing in mind, not playing any of the mind games of William Huckabee, a ring veteran. Cozone came to win this championship. He clearly does not have a lot of love there for William Huckabee in the process. You want to call a little of the match with me?
I got this guy.
What's that?
That's the guy right there, yeah.
You want to send him? Finally, folks, things have started. I have a guest joining us here at the commentary stand. And he's just going to pull in now. This match is starting to heat up.
Yeah, it is. Oh, hold on to my leg here. Okay.
All right. If you could just lean up into that mic. Tell me your name, sir.
Billy Covington.
Billy. Okay, so the start of this match, you can see William Huckabee had nothing but contemptuous things to say about the fans here at the Warnersville Rec Center. Do you have a different opinion about the people around here?
Oh, a whole lot of different opinions. You know, we got good kids around here. And I think some of the things he was saying was not worthy, but wrestlers will be wrestlers.
Because you really seem like a nice group of folks here.
Oh, yeah, we got a great group of kids over here at Warnersville and a lot of great parents. So, you know, he said some things that were kind of derogatory, but you have to consider the source.
Right, so tell me, sir, how long have you been watching wrestling?
Oh, I can go back to the late 50s in wrestling now. I can go back as far as you want to go when it comes down to championship wrestling.
So what does it feel like when you see these young men here at the Rec Center getting to enjoy maybe some of the things you did when you were their age?
Well, you know, it's good entertainment. You know, they're trying to make a name for themselves, but you got to be in good shape. So I got to believe that they have some sort of training, how to fall and things like this, because this is a real tough sport, and you got to know what you're doing when you're in a squared circle.
Right now, as we can see, William Huckabee got that headlock locked in on Cozone.
Yeah,
Huckabee, a very powerful man.
Yeah, him big fella, and he has a lot of strength. You can tell, very flexible for his size.
Yeah, and a real veteran in the ring, and I know he, as we talked about, he had such insulting things to say. But, you know, being around as long as he did, he will take some mental shortcuts to try to get under the skin of his opponent.
Yeah. Well, his opponent will learn that through experience. As long as he stays in the business, he will understand how people try to get under your skin, take you out your game. And once you get out your game, you're in bad shape.
Thinking about your experience in watching wrestling, do either of these guys remind you of anybody you watched over the years?
Not yet. I've seen there was a couple of
big
earlier matches. Yeah. A couple of early matches which had some similarity to some of the pros back in the day. But, you know, they're just like a green apple on the tree. You leave it on the tree long enough, they'll get red.
Now, we've seen some great tag team matches earlier in the evening. Do you have a favorite tag team wrestling or singles matches?
Presently or back in the day?
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah, the Briscoe brothers. They were Jack and Jerry Briscoe. They were outstanding wrestlers. They knew the game real well, and they were physical, and they could really get under your skin. Very fundamental wrestlers, and if you wanted to mix it up with them, they were able to do that also.
Stars in both the WWF as well as the old NWA. A lot of fans around here remember them from Jim Crockett Promotions.
Yeah.
Huckabee picks him up. Cozone flips him back. That's a 2 count. Looked like he was going to power bomb him. And then Cozone just alertly went the other way with it.
You know, these guys got good size on them, too. Huckabee's not no small fry. Now, what, 275, 280 at least.
Looks like that. Now he's taking a moment to gloat to the fans. And I tell you what, he had a couple of those people in the front row irate.
Yeah, he did. And as I indicated earlier, some of the things I thought was out of class, but that's professional wrestling. You have to take the good with the bad.
And one thing, that part of the experience that these young kids are getting to enjoy is that there is not a bad seat in this house.
Oh, no.
Front row seats, and this crowd is hot tonight.
Oh, yeah. Good seats. We've been at it for, I think this is the 4th or 5th time we've had professional wrestling here. And we've had decent crowds each time. So I think the community has brought it up real well. The kids really love it. So our football team is being featured today. So we got a lot of the football kids that's here to play. Came in to see some good wrestling.
Are they just starting up their season?
Well, season hasn't started yet. They just started practicing last week, and I think we got about 2 more weeks before the season starts. But these are 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, and they're learning the rudiments of the game.
What a great treat for them as a way of bonding before the season starts.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing the announcing for the Carolina Cobras arena football team, so that's also a good opportunity for them to get out and watch some professionals in football as well as other sports.
Now, isn't the Cobras playing for the championship soon?
They play for the championship a week from Monday.
Okay. That's a great accomplishment, being the first year in the league. And they got some good players and, maybe 1 or 2 pro prospects.
And I would think Huckabee and Cozone look to me like they have a background in not just wrestling but other sports.
Oh,
really,
yeah.
both of them great athletes. They're going to mix it up with chops.
It sounds loud, too. And I got to imagine that puts a little steam in your chest.
Big forearm, that is. The chop is a legal blow. Although, in your early days of wrestling, was the chop legal or was that defined as more of a karate move?
I didn't hear you. What you say?
Was the chop legal when you first started
watching
wrestling?
Everything was legal except the closed fist. And, of course, that's not legal now, but it's not called much.
Sort of like jaywalking.
Yeah, just about like
enforced.
jaywalking. But I think this is going to be an exciting match. And, and these guys in pretty good shape, and they're young.
Now these fans are rallying around Cozone. Huckabee mentioned he's a bigger guy, but maybe he's just a little bit winded, but he was quick enough to duck. He's got him up. Looked like he's maybe going for a Samoan drop. Cozone out of the way. Cozone throws wildly. Huckabee kicks him in the gut. Off into the corner. Huckabee follows. Cozone over the top. Cozone off the ropes. Huckabee ducks. Cozone ducks. Boy, that was a clothesline. I didn't know how that sequence could end, did you?
I didn't know it. Yeah, he got his foot on the ropes. Now, that's a man with ring experience. He took a good shot, and he got close to the ropes so he can get his foot on the ropes. Luckily, the official saw it.
If this ring was just a little larger, Cozone would be walking back with that championship right
Absolutely
now.
Right. Absolutely right.
And that really comes with veteran experience, doesn't it? That knowledge of the ring.
You got to have the knowledge of the ring. And you'll learn that as long as you're wrestling.
Clothesline. Huckabee's going to roll him up. He's got the tights, I believe. His foot's on the rope.
Oh.
Did he say 2 count?
No, he counted 3. He got away with it.
Okay. We're going to try to get a word. If you could hold here for us, we're going to try
I'll
to
hold
get
it
a
right
word.
here. No, he didn't.
Winner of the match, William Huckabee.
Good old J.R.
The man didn't know nothing about Jack and Jerry Briscoe.
Normally, if I lose a match, I lose it fair and square. But if you say that he cheated, do you people believe that he cheated? I'm not going to take no for an answer. Huckabee, beware, because I'm coming back for that belt.
What would that mean to you? Obviously, you want to try again. What would it mean to you to be able to capture that belt with William Huckabee?
My back hurt, but I'm here for these people here. It's been far too long since I had that belt around my waist. I believe in my heart that I am a champion, and you best believe I'm destined for that title.
Hey, let's give it up for LeBron Kozo.
Yeah, LeBron. See, let's never win.
Okay, you guys ready for some more tag team action? Okay, he is a luchador star from the area. You've seen him many times before in this NRLL ring. I would like to introduce our first team, Gato Sabaje and Pegasus Black. Gato's going up the new ring here, Gato. Former NRLL champion, Gato Sabaje. The opponents, I would like to present to you the Archangels.
Voy a cantar un corrido de alguien que yo conocí, periodista distinguido, por su plumera temido, desde
Oh, bro. You right at home now. Hey, let me call Mitchell, man.
porque se echó a decir.
Yeah, the king.
Hola, buenas noches. Good night, everybody. And I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you can continue coming to see every time that we're bringing us to Greensboro.
Okay, and I would watch yourself, fans. Don't get too close to the rail because the fan has been known to fly.
Going off the top rope, baby. Dropping it. No.
Why nobody speaking?
Okay, this is Tom Lipscomb right back here with the handsome Billy Covington, who's calling this match with us here. This is going to be really, I think, a special treat, Billy, a luchador match. When was the first time that you became of this luchador wrestling genre?
It's been a long time since I've seen a luchador match, and is a belt up against this ratchet? Is a belt on the line here?
This will be a qualifying match. In other words, the team who wins this match will make their way into the tag team tournament.
Okay. Well, everybody's masked, and it seems like it's equality as far as the size is concerned.
One thing that'll be interesting is to see how stylistically these teams match up. So far, the lucha style what we've seen from these guys in the past is just a quick series of moves and counter moves. Not too familiar with Pegasus Black. 2 count. This match almost ended as soon as it started. Now we have Archangel number 2. Eluste Angel, his partner, not in the ring yet, but a former NRLL heavyweight champion. Boy, quick there, leg move.
Yeah, good toe hold there, mover. There, just to get the opponent off his feet. If he's on the mat, you're in pretty good shape, especially when you're outside as he is in the ring.
You always wonder, Billy, what do you think? Is it an advantage or a disadvantage to have that mask?
I think it's an advantage. You can hurt a person and you can look at his face and tell, what type of condition he's in. Is he in pain? Is he really hurt? But with the mask on, you cannot tell.
So it hides the emotions.
Oh yeah, very hard. You can hide the emotions easily if you have a mask on. A lot of your professional wrestlers, at least back in the day, were masked wrestlers, and you never knew when they were hurt.
But I'll tell you what, that kick did some damage, and now, as you mentioned, going right back to the leg. Both of these wrestlers opting for a strategy, as you talked about, Billy, trying to get their opponent off their feet and then work a body part.
And you got to give some kudos out to the official. He's right on time, right in the correct place in order to make the 1, 2, 3 count.
Pegasus now, he's going to do a surfboard type maneuver. This is a submission maneuver. Couldn't quite get him over, Billy.
Yeah.
Looked like he couldn't quite get him up and hold him there for long enough to force the submission.
That's a very painful move, the surfboard along with the figure 4 if it's applied correctly. But the wrestlers are in so good a shape now. A lot of moves doesn't really get them like they did back in the day.
And boy, these two have wrestled all over the region. Gato and Angel, they've been partners, they've been foes, but they know each other very well, so I'll be interested in how things develop with them.
Well, there's a good tempo for both teams. I think the physicality on one and technique on the other. So we'll see what prevails.
Almost like they're feeling each other a little bit,
Yeah.
feeling each other out a little bit the early stages of this match.
Yeah, and one thing about masks, it's pretty hard to pull hair.
Yep. Well, Angel does have that protruding hair. Though.
Yeah.
Hammerlock, but boy, Gato did a good job getting a hold of that head before that Angel could take advantage of that hammerlock.
One of the things that you don't see too much of here in wrestling now is the full Nelson. Back in the day, you could take a person out with a submission hold if it's applied correctly and you have the strength. But I haven't seen that in a little while.
I have neither, and the other piece to that, I think, putting a man to sleep.
Yeah.
Winning that match by putting a man to sleep.
And
of course, you can't do it through a choke, but if you apply that sleeper hold properly.
Yeah, you get the carotid artery, you pretty much got him. But I think you need to let all your wrestling fans know that these guys are trained and they've been through it a lot. So this is not something that children or people at home should try because it is dangerous.
Right, especially for these young kids who are watching.
Oh,
Enjoy the matches, but absolutely do not try out these moves.
No. Even though you probably won't have the hold properly done, you could cause some damage, especially if you're a child.
Do you have a brother?
No. 2 sisters, and both of them like wrestling.
We got another surfboard type maneuver, does Gato. Gato, of course, in Spanish means cat. Gato is as quick as a cat. Also a powerful body style.
Oh, yeah. A little early in the match for a submission hold. You got to wear your opponent down a little more before he gives into a submission hold.
Stretching that leg and groin out is LSD Angel.
Weakening one part of the system, that's always been one of the things that wrestlers try to do. Take something away from them. In our previous match, one of the wrestlers looked like he sustained a knee injury, and he was, kind of off balance and crippled, but his weight won the match for him.
Look at the way that Gato's now got that twist of that neck, almost in a submission type maneuver. Making the save there is Archangel number 2. Yeah, it might have been a good idea there because getting him made that save before Angel was too long in that hold. It looked like almost like an MMA type submission maneuver.
And man's complaining about pulling the mask. Looked like a clean move from here.
Not getting much support from the fans.
Oh, he won't get any support from the fans for that.
There is a leg lock.
I tell you better be in shape because these moves, especially with the leg, you're talking about a hamstring in it pull. If you're just not in shape, you got to be in shape.
We saw one concern I had. We saw Prime his knee, and I almost wondered if that was a serious ligament injury.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look good when he left the ring.
What, knee right to the head?
Right to the head. You'd be surprised, boy, what damage you can do with a good knee.
And the bottom of the boot, again, the bottom of the boot is legal, Billy.
Yeah.
Now, Archangel number 2, I don't know if there was a tag made, but the referee is going to allow it. There was a legal tag made.
I've always been an advocate of tag team wrestling. We should have 2 officials. One official just can't see it all. Just like the previous match.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Billy. In talking about enforcement, I really think you need to enforce that one save rule.
Yeah.
It's because it just, if you don't enforce the saves, there's nothing to stop a man from running in without being tagged over and over and over again.
Back in the day, you were allowed one save.
One save and then you're disqualified.
When you're disqualified.
Now, there is also a system. I saw a match one time in Wales, the United Kingdom, and they had a warning system. So a wrestler, after his 3rd warning, was disqualified.
Okay.
They had a public warning system. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I had not. And you were where in the United Kingdom? That must have been a nice trip.
It was. Wrestling very popular over there at the time. Of course, this is about 30 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Boy, moving in, bang, he knocked him right there. Boy, and they have done a good job isolating that Archangel in their own corner.
Yeah, good tag team wrestling. Keep your opponent in the corner. Keep switching out, keeping a fresh man in. Pretty soon you wear your opponent out.
Stretching that 5 count. Off comes Pegasus. Pegasus flies over right into the midsection.
Got away with it with the count of 3. Just in the nick of time.
I think in general, talking about the rules, the ref makes the rules, so you really have to depend on the ref to lay down the rules in the early stage, almost like any kind of a sporting event.
Right.
Ref has got to set the tone at the beginning of the game. Big forearm by Gatto, knocking that taller man off his feet.
Them forearms do a trick too.
He's got the ref distracted. Angel is not able to hold himself. The problem is, as long as Angel doesn't go out, Gatto can have his way with his partner right there in the corner. Now they've got a double team. I really often question this referee as far as can he be depended on to call things down the middle.
Well, he hasn't called things down the middle of this match. They've gotten away with a lot. But the match is still early. Let's see how it turns out. You should never have 2 wrestlers on one in a tag team match. Somebody has to get out. And I haven't seen a tag yet.
All right. Now, and then that situation has led, they provoked Angel. And now they're double teaming Angel in the corner. Things have really broken loose, Billy.
He does have the official. He does have the power to, call the match.
Sending Pegasus in. Oh boy, did you see the way he leapt right into him?
I did, and he got to be a disqualification. You mean you can throw the ref into a wrestler? He's supposed to be disqualified.
Did you see the attitude? He just sort of a
Yeah.
snarky attitude by
Yeah.
the ref, and as he looked back and shrugged his shoulders.
He's telling the official what to do. And it looked like a low shot there.
So we see, I don't know if you can catch on the left side of our screen, we've got Archangel number 2.
The Archangels related?
Well, I think Elas de Angel is mentoring this younger
Okay.
wrestler. Yeah, I just think this is almost coming off like a no disqualification match.
Yeah. And it got to be because this team is supposed to be disqualified by now. And the winners in the tournament, huh?
Winners in the tournament. We've already seen several teams qualify. There was a Battle Royal qualifier, and that was a heck of a brawl.
It was.
And then several single matches, a lot at stake. Now, the team I wonder about is Chicano Power and Big Bite going to be able to somehow forge a tag team union?
That's a tough call because there was a lot of friction between those two individuals as the match progressed, and
Big drop there by Pegasus.
Big drop kick. Even that hurt the official. This match has really gotten out of hand because this Angel but he's still fighting.
He's got that big man off his feet. Big knee lift, shades of Mr. Wrestling 2.
Ooh,
and a chop.
What a chop, what a chop.
This point, but big stinger style splash. At this point, I don't know if you caught that in the background, Billy.
I did.
But Elas de Angel was thrown into the pole.
Yeah.
So we are, there is a risk of a 2-on-1 situation if Gato finds his way back into the ring. 2 count.
Very close to 3.
Did you see the power with which that kick out happened? Did you see him power that man right off him?
I
He
did.
almost popped him up in the air.
All of these wrestlers are in great shape, and I don't think they have gotten to the time limit yet, but they have done a great job.
Big knee drop.
A chair. One of the Angels has just got hit with a chair.
So you take a look at that if you can, and just kind of keep us. And I'm going to try to follow this action in the ring.
Okay.
But the things the things that develop on the outside of the ring are going to be very instrumental in how this match ends.
Well, he's pulling hair. He's on the way to another pole, I'm sure.
Off the back, big arm drag on the inside of the ring. Under goes the Archangel. He just got clobbered on the top of the head by Pegasus. What's going on there on the outside, Billy?
Another whip into the ringside pole, and I don't know how many more of those he can take.
Ducking under, coming back again, another crossbody. Down goes
1,
referee.
2 count. Official a little slow on that one.
You thought that was a little slow?
A little slow. One of the
Certainly have seen some variation in his count speed.
Oh yeah.
Archangel throws him into the corner. He's following up, trying to splash. Throws him over. He catches himself. Blocks the punch. Down goes Pegasus. Flies off. Big clothesline. That could do it, Billy.
Not if he don't hurry up.
2 count.
Took too much time on that one. May have been able to get a 3 count.
As we look, action still spilled out there on the ring.
Still outside the ring.
And Billy, what you said at the beginning of the match is so true. A second referee would really help.
Oh yeah.
You need somebody to get these guys separated. Really, a one good referee would help a little bit too. Now, we talked, things look like they're about to spill back in. Oh. Angel's so eager to get back to help his partner, he turned his back on Gatto.
It appears as though one of the wrestlers has been busted open. Where a couple of them ring post shots may have.
Angel?
Yeah, the ones on the floor.
Yeah, I think he went into that pole. I saw 3 times. Did you see more than that, Billy?
No, I did. I can go along with you with 3.
Maybe even more. So, as Billy has said, Ellis Day Angel has suffered a head injury at this point. We don't know whether he'll be able to continue, but he's trying to make his way back to his corner. He's going to make the tag.
Is he in any shape for a tag? Because he's taking a beating.
You're going to see, I'm almost running on emotion now in pure anger. Hurls Gatto off. Boy, did you hear that shriek? He's going to line up on a victory roll. Couldn't quite get that wrapped into a pinning situation, Billy. Big drop kick.
Nice drop kick.
Uh-oh, watch this, Billy. Angel's going to fly.
Oh.
Cross body block. Falling body press on the inside. Down for 1, 2. 2 count again. He's going to roll him back up. Rolls him over. He's got the leverage. 2, 3.
Got him. That was a wrestling match well earned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the Arch Angels. Okay, fans, we're going to get another tag team match and we can get the ringside area cleared. Okay, referee asking Big Bite. Big Bite's going to leave the ringside area. Okay. Think we're ready to start the next match? Hey, one thing, JD. Gosh, I don't know if you caught any of that match. Did you feel like Big J is calling things down the middle? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next match. I would like to first introduce the crew. Here they come, the crew. Billy, it was a heck of a thing trying to get that dang ring area cleared out before the next match.
Yeah, it just got it completely out of control. The referee really didn't do his job in that match. And
that really set the tone for the chaos that ensued, don't you think?
But and then if Big Mike and his tag team partner is in the tag team championship, it would be very difficult for them to win with the problems that they're having between themselves.
Yeah, and the only lucky thing is they've got some time away from things to get it figured out. Next month will be the tag team championship tournament.
When is the tournament?
That'd be next month.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a hold of the commissioner and get a word on when that can happen. Billy, I'm going to see if maybe we can get Big Bite to join us.
Okay.
Big Bite? Big Bite? Could you join us on commentary? Okay. Well, we were talking about that. Now, Billy, maybe you can ask him as we see action in the ring with the... So, Billy, what do you think? Maybe talk about what we were just talking about.
Well, I think to coexist in the ring, you must be on your partner's side, and it seems to be a little friction between you and your partner, Big Mike.
So, Big Bite, he's saying, how are you going to be able to tag team up with Chicano Power? Okay, now we have... Looks like Koga and Ooga Booga are trying to decide who's going to be in this match. Who does Ooga Booga remind you of, Billy?
Give me a minute on that because I'm trying to think of the wrestler's name that he reminds me a lot of. Not as big, but just the way he goes along in the ring.
Do you remember somebody from Uganda, possibly?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Starts with a K?
Kamala, you're a good man. My memory's a little slow tonight.
Okay, well, we're lucky joined by handsome Billy Covington as well as Big Bite. Big Bite, if you win this, you may be facing these guys in the tournament. You may be facing them first round. Do you have any thoughts about these guys as potential opponents for you in Chicano Power? Okay. All right, Koga in there, taking on that first member of the crew. It looks like he has a bit of a karate background.
Yeah, he does.
Having some audio-video issues over here. Audio issues, Billy. Big Bite looks like he might be nibbling on our microphone.
Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of stamina. I think Big Mike will be okay.
So that's interesting. Both of these guys mixing it up a little bit, using the legs as weapons. Oh, there he goes.
Cheap shot. Cruz should have saw that coming.
Crew heading in. Big punch.
Early in the match. And that'll take toll on you as the match goes long.
Nice reversal by Koga. Big
and
elbow.
So with that one.
Like maybe a 2 count.
Yeah,
I can already see a difference in this refereeing. Referee JD seems on top of things.
Yeah.
Big Bite, do you think that Big J is a fair referee?
Okay.
Boy, look at that Koga with those educated feet as he kicks that member of the crew right down.
And he also has big feet.
Boy,
Ooh.
nice shot to the groin.
Yeah. A little south of the border on that one. And you talking about something to take it out of you.
Big knee. You talked about the power of that knee.
Yeah.
Almost harder than the fist.
And, you know, one of the things that I can say is most, if not all, of the crowd is still here for all the matches.
Yep. Boy, and the fans here, they bought a whole seat, but all they need really, Billy, is the edge of it.
Yeah, because they've been on the edge all night long.
Big Bite, what would you have a strategy in taking on these teams? What would you do to beat the Guardians if they're your opponents? What about the crew?
Good enough?
At this point, this really looks like the leader of the team, doesn't it, Billy?
It does. Look like he is leading the team, trying to get to his corner here.
Now, I wonder about Ooga Booga. You know, could it be that this man is what he appears to be? I mean, it's not a sort of a modern...
Well, we'll see in just a minute, I tell you.
I saw some of the fans maybe were insinuating that he may be from Wakanda.
Yeah. And it's always a dangerous thing to be wrestling barefoot. I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to see that second member now of the crew. It's like he's stretching out. Don't think he's been to the beach anytime lately, do you, Billy?
No, he hasn't seen the beach.
Big Bite, who do you think's going to win this test of strength? What's he doing now? Can you make... All right, Big Bite, I'm going to let you call this sequence. Maybe this is appropriate that Big Bite do a little of the play call on this.
It'd be nice.
Okay. There you are, and Big Bite, you've called it right. An effective
that's
biting maneuver by Ooga Booga. Referee not happy about it, trying to restore some order.
That's what happened when you put your hand in someone else's mouth. He kind of asked for that one.
Apologize for that heavy breathing, folks. Having some audio issues here with Big Bite. Boy, he's gone in there. What's he doing there, Big Bite?
Woo!
Big chop there by Ooga Booga.
Man has no style, but he got some strength.
Now, what started, it didn't look like there's going to be a tag team. It looked like to me Ooga Booga is developing a sense of the tag team rhythm in this. Yeah, he's very hard to coach, this Ooga Booga. But you see some teamwork developing between he and Koga, Billy?
I see a sore chest opponent, I can tell you that. You can't take too many of them slaps. But this referee's got to get a hold of this match also.
Almost calling their shots. There we go. Too much. I think you sort of have to do that.
Yeah.
And that may have been the momentum he needed for his partner.
Yeah, but
boy, that power of Koga.
There's no substitute for power. And I think right now the man is outmatched.
Big clothesline. Now, unfortunately, he ended up in Ooga Booga's corner.
Ooga Booga has no style at all, just pure strength. Mean, nasty.
It's got to be intimidating to be taking him on. Going for the cover.
Got a 2 count.
He's able to, I think he sneaked in, that member of the crew. Captain of the crew got in there.
Yeah, he went to the wrong corner.
Boy, they're doing a great job of keeping that man in the corner.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of that move, Big Bite?
Well, you heard it straight from Big Mike.
All right, Ooga Booga. Oh, and he sort of like babbled incoherently as he dropped that huge, tremendous clothesline.
Yeah, the member of the crew needs to get to his opponent quick because he's being dominated in the match.
I think that the saves or the interference from his partner is the only thing that's keeping him around.
Blatant chokehold.
I think there's a question in the referee's mind of can he communicate with Ooga Booga? Have you ever wrestled Ooga Booga, Big Bite? Was he a tough opponent? What's the trick to beating him? Bite and punch, Billy.
I noticed.
Oh, he rolls him up.
Too strong.
Got a head full of that native garb. Handful of that native garb. Oh, that headbutt. His head, Ooga Booga's head, seems impervious to pain.
This opponent may have to go through concussion protocol. He keep those up.
I don't think he knows what city he's in right now, Billy.
Strong man. That's a strong man. He just picked him up easily and slammed him to the mat. The crew needs a tag bad.
What's he setting him up for, Big Bite?
No, he's not going to the top rope. Tell me he's not going to the top rope.
He's up there. If he drops on him,
it's all over. If he hits this, you can call the dogs in. The hunt's over.
oh my goodness, he's up to the top rope.
Can he do it?
Did you think he was capable of that maneuver?
I didn't think he was capable of it.
If he lands that maneuver, he's
It's all over.
down there for a
You can
60
call it
count.
Yeah, oh yeah. But the man needs to make a tag. He needs his partner bad.
That missed high-risk maneuver may have cost him. Big Bite, have you ever seen Ooga Booga fly like that? Fortunately, he makes his way to Koga. Koga's in. Big drop kick to the back by the crew. Crew off. Reverse spine buster. Koga up. Hang on, that member of the crew has got himself up. Trying for a tornado punch. Big kick by Koga. Do you see the extension on that?
I did see the extension on that. It was a great play.
Double team situation in the ring. Off the ropes, out goes Koga. Miraculously, Ooga Booga has somehow gotten back to his feet.
He still doesn't have it all together, I don't think.
I don't know if that member of the crew sees him. Wait till he turns around, Bite. What's waiting for him? Oh, he grabs him.
Now, I've never seen that move. That should be a 3 count.
All right, well, Billy, we got a main event coming up in Big Bite. I want to thank you for joining us. We wish you luck in your tag team tournament. We hope we can get things patched up with your partner. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the team of the Guardians, Koga and Ooga Booga. Okay, we got a raffle, folks.
Did you get a ticket?
All right, let's get up to the Guardians. Last team to qualify for this tag team tournament. We still got a main event coming up, but where is that raffle?
We're back here.
Y'all go up there. You have to go up there.
I guess we gotta go up here.
Go up there.
Okay, somebody here is going to TJ Trips for dinner. There too. Good at TK Trips also. All right, hey, I just want to, if you could say a word, we really appreciate the work that Just One Foundation is doing. What does it mean to you all to be able to have these young people of all ages here tonight?
Hightower, I'm going to hold this mic up so you can, so we don't miss a number as you go. Okay, wait, one thing before Ms. Hightower pulls this number. How can we get on board with your election so we vote you back in? What does that, when's your next election?
Right now, I'm in for the next 4 years, so I'm good. But a lot of people don't see about me. Right now, I just want to be ready. And I want to thank you for starting this.
Let's give them a round of applause, and then we're going to pick this round up. The winning number is, she's mixing them up real good, folks. All right, here we go. Three, seven, five. Who's got it? Yay! Okay. All right. Tell me your name, ma'am. Danielle, you've been enjoying the matches so far? You have a favorite? Big Bite? Okay. You better get to PK trips before Big Bite comes, or there won't be any food. All right. We have a main event coming up, folks. Referee for the match, Big J. I would like to start by presenting the challenger to the NRLL Championship. He is, welcome back to Greensboro, TDT. Now, before we do this next introduction, the Reverend J.R. Jackson has asked that the fans remain completely quiet when he leads his band to the ring. The NRL champion now coming through this curtain to get bundles led to the ring by the Reverend J.R. Jackson.
Come on.
your name?
Tom, what tell me your ring name? LeBron, not Cozone.
Yes, call me LeBron. When I get in there, then you can call me Cozy.
Now, Brother Tom, you always are one of my favorite people. But yet, no.
I'm joined here by LeBron Cozone. LeBron, what's he mad at me for?
I don't understand what he's saying, honestly.
Billy, he's apparently taken some exception with the way I've been introducing the ring participants. TDT this is an NRLL championship match. TDT will be challenging to get bundles. LeBron, definitely a talented wrestler. Well, I think after that introduction, we finally got a match.
You know, Tom, I just want to compliment you doing such a great job here tonight controlling this whole event.
Well, it's a lot to control, Billy. Billy, it's a lot to control. Thank you, JR. JR not making many friends here. Do you guys know many reverends like J.R. Jackson?
I've actually been to his church.
Yeah, what was that like?
Nobody was there.
All right, hang on. That's not necessary. He's threatening a female fan there on the side. Yes, I saw some of the fans doing a good job of trying to keep the youngsters a little back.
And once again, this is for the NRLL Championship. I know this match means a lot to TDT personally. You know, he works really hard, trains at the Firestar Pro Wrestling Academy right here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And he's a champion in his own right. Is that right, through the
Yes.
Firestar organization?
He is the Zone 1 Platinum Champion. He's held that title for just about almost a year. Almost a year.
He'd like to leave with 2 belts or better than 1, right, Billy? So one thing about bundles I noticed is that he always
What's wrong with that referee? Why is he telling the people to shut up? What's wrong with Big J?
Typically a referee wouldn't worry about what the fans are cheering, but
I don't like the attitude of that referee.
Now one thing I've noticed is that to get bundles always takes his time getting the match underway. It's really a ritual that he has of not engaging, not making contact with his opponent until the match has been underway for a little bit.
You know, TDT really has the odds stacked against him. Not only does the Get have just that raw power, he is the champion. He has J.R. Jackson on his side and a crooked referee.
Well, see, this crowd has been hot all night. What'd you think about the crowd when you were wrestling tonight?
The crowd was great. Really disappointed in the outcome of the match, of course, but I don't want to take anything away from this match going on right now. Big fight field. Tevin Dangerous Turner, the Gate City Guardian, here in his hometown of Greensboro, North Carolina, going against the Get Bundles, and these two are about to lock up right here, right wait. Come on.
That's interesting. Their referee going right and seeming to almost pick a side from the start. And LeBron, have you ever been in a situation where you felt the referee you couldn't depend on the referee?
I've never been in that situation. Honestly, a referee should be somebody that the wrestlers should trust, the companies and the fans should trust. But right now, I'm not feeling the attitude of Big J. You know, I believe it must be a connection he has with the Reverend J.R. Jackson. Oh, I thought we were going to see a collar elbow tie-up, but the Get Bundles decides to take the low route with a vicious punch right to the kisser, a TDT.
The one good thing about being able to stream this match to YouTube Live is that when the commissioner gets to take a look at this footage, you know, I think it'll shed a light on some of the things the referee is doing.
Ooh, beautiful splash by TDT. He's going for it then. Oh, but the Get with the feet up. And Tevin is really feeling that, and the Get's going to the top rope. I don't know how smart that is, do you?
Let's see if he makes contact.
Oh, God. What's this?
To belly-to-belly suplex.
Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Only a 2 count, says referee Big J.
Boy, TDT just caught him right out of the air.
In midair. Impressive, especially given the Get Bundle size. That's just raw power from Dangerous Turner with those big, heavy forearm strikes. Like he's gonna, oh. Nice little chop action. He sends the Get off. What's he going for? Back body drop right on his tailbone.
Boy, did you see the elevation on that? I don't know, that looked like a fair count. Did y'all have a sense of that count?
TDT going for that big old elbow drop. That could possibly be it. Shades of Dusty Rhodes, only a 1 count. Most definitely right. If you want to win a match, it's a big championship match. He knows that. He needs to hook that leg.
LeBron, do you ever go for a pin even when you don't think you're going to get it, just to sort of see what your
if the man is on
has?
If the man is on his back, he's on his back for a reason. Go to see if you can pin him.
So it never hurts you to try too many times.
Exactly. And looks like TDT went to the well too many times. The Get Bundles just a step ahead. Pulled the top rope down.
He's very, very proud of himself after that move.
Very much so.
Very much a veteran move.
And just going to work on that rib cage. Tevin could be hurt right now. The people here at Gate City really getting behind TDT. They want him back up to his feet, but the Get is most definitely not letting that happen.
Now, notice so far J.R. Jackson, I don't know if he'll stay the way, but so far J.R. Jackson not involved in the physicality of the match.
Not yet.
Involved in the coaching.
Here we go. Oh, no. And TDT could be in a bad way. What's the Get Bundle setting up for? Could be a possible running clothesline. Whoa, no!
Oh, no, he
God!
backdropped him right on the floor.
On the floor, and this floor hurts. There is no pretty blue mat on the floor. The floor is blue, guys. That is not a mat. Just in case you're watching through the video, that is not a mat. That's the floor. It hurts.
Now, TDT's got to think about getting him right into the ring. That move goes for naught if he can't get Bundles back in that ring.
Exactly.
The title does not change hands.
Exactly. That's the only way to win the match is in the ring. It's the only way for him to win the championship belt. Excuse me. But I think this is more personal to TDT. This is about payback.
He's trying to get the fans.
He needs to get in the ring and get that pin. I don't know what Tevin's doing. I guess he's confident. He's a little bit too confident for me.
Yeah, you wonder if he's trying to, play some mind games to DeGette.
Mistake.
Well,
taking too much time on the outside.
I think you called that from the start, LeBron. I thought maybe he was trying to kind of, turn some mind games back on DeGette, but DeGette just doesn't stay down long. He's so fit.
I think he needs to stick to his game plan, and that's beating DeGette bundles, putting them on the mat, and getting them for that Gate City Slam.
Wait,
1, 2, 3.
Do you see something in his hand?
I can't see from my angle, but I wouldn't be surprised. It most definitely looks like DeGette has something, but the referee doesn't see it, or does he?
Really making a cursory search, the referee. Things have just that quickly turned around at TDT after that belly-to-belly suplex, and then after that amazing backdrop on the hard gym floor. Looked like TDT had this match on the way to the championship. But now I don't know how long he's going to take with this foreign object. I can't quite make out what that is.
Whatever it is, it stunned Tevin really bad. He's in a bad way right now as DeGette bundles in full control of this match. Has that left foot right across the throat. Referee needs to get in there, and he's not doing nothing about it. That's illegal. I'm sorry, I'm really passionate about this match.
Well, I
know how much it means to Tevin.
We all see that same thing. I mean, it looked like the referee was barely lifting up to call one on that. It's well put, Billy. Big elbow coming up. Using that ring apron. LeBron, the ring apron, really the hardest part of the ring, right?
All of the ring hurts, but yes, that apron does not do anybody no favors. TDT's head is down. That is a sign that he is tired.
2 count.
But there is still life in him as he kicked out of that.
Seems like he's even maybe in better shape than the last time I saw him wrestle.
Ooh!
Boy, he did a great job just moving through the ropes and using his whole body to sort of cause pain to the throat of TDT.
You can't take anything away from DeGette bundles. He is an athlete. He knows what he's doing when he's inside of that squared circle. And on top of that, he has J.R. Jackson on his side. But the people 100% behind their guardian, TDT. Will it be enough for TDT to get back up to his feet and get up for that Gate City Slam?
Well, I'm watching some of the young men at ringside, and I don't think they're fixated on this match, and I don't think they've in any way given up on TDT. Yeah, I think. We can just see these young men there right at the ringside area yelling the encouragement for TDT. That's the Reverend J.R. Jackson. Handles the business affairs of DeGette Bundles.
And just a big chop. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Okay.
He sends him off. Wait a minute. TDT able to get out.
He needed.
Big splash.
He fouled in there quickly. Oh, Bundles is going to reverse that situation.
And cut the crowd silent. Oh, another
TDT.
big one.
I don't know where they're getting this second wind.
It's these people. Listen to this place. Gate City behind TDT. This is where he's getting the second win from. Just like Goku setting up for that big spirit bomb. Here comes TDT setting him up.
It's reversed again. Looks like he's trying to get a full Nelson clothesline. Billy, you talked about it earlier. It looked like maybe he was trying to set up for a full Nelson, but
does he still have that chain around his neck? By God. That should have came off before the match. That could be used as a foreign object. You see what I'm saying?
Did Mr. T wrestle with chains on in WrestleMania, or did he have to take his chains?
And TDT back up to his feet. He is in pain, but he is fired up. And so is the Get Bundles. Here comes the Get.
A little slowly.
Big punch.
Forecasted that punch. TDT's coming back. Blocks another punch.
A big forearm strike from the Gate City Guardian. What's this? Oh, my God. Here it is. Uranagi from TDT. This could possibly be it. This is a slow count. And Greensboro is livid right now. And so is TDT.
He's got to keep his eye focus on this match because the count, if he can just do a little more damage to Bundles.
You're most definitely right. He needs to turn around and keep his eye on his opponent.
He doesn't see what's coming. Look at his right hand. I'm going to see if we can get a shot of that right hand.
What's this? It's probably setting up for that. Oh, my God. What a maneuver from the Get Bundles. That could be it. 2. Oh.
Did you see the difference in the count speed?
A huge difference. A huge difference.
Did you hear what one of the fans said?
A fan just yelled, "We need a new ref in the building." And he couldn't be any more correctly. You know, that's going to go on NRLL management for letting Big J officiate this match.
Oh, he's out of nowhere.
Big high knee by TDT. Gate City back elbow. And he's fired up.
He's crazed.
And the people know what time it is.
Well, I think the thing, LeBron, that this may be a good tactic because it's almost, did you see the way he approached the ref and almost backed the ref up? So he's going to create some fear in the sense of the ref, so the ref's going to be hesitant.
Very much so. Wait, here comes the Gant. Missed the clothesline. Tevin, get him up. Possibly going for that power bomb. Sit out. Power bomb. 1, 2. What? It's Will Huckabee. What is he doing?
But the referee's got to continue that count.
I swear, I cannot stand Will Huckabee. I had to deal with him earlier, and here he is right now. And
no, he's got a chair.
Tevin, behind you, brother. Behind you, brother. Behind you. Not like this. No! The referee has disqualified TDT. And Will Huckabee. What's going on? The outcome was a disqualification, brother. Somebody has to do something about it. You know what? I can't stand for this. Those are my kids. Somebody's got to look out for them.
This far. When they get one of somebody who knows, my friend, to come out here and disrespect every single person in my city, family, etc., I'm not going for it. Back here in Warnersville, September 28th, I need every single last one of y'all here. I need that fight spirit so I can finally bring this belt back to where it belongs. AKC. I'm gonna win that belt. You don't gotta worry about it. And you know what? You make sure I have a new rep and no outside interactions. Jason, no. I need some new ones, somebody that's not in his pocket. Thank you guys, and I love every single last one of y'all.